Welcome, everybody. We are Bacon is my podcast, and this is What's Your Bacon in 7 questions, where we have distilled the meaning of life,
Nay.
the meaning of hope,
Nay.
meaning of dreams, yet despair, yet all things good in the
everything.
world. Yeah.
Everything.
Down to, well, more than 7 questions, but for each guest, we pick a specific 7.
Yes.
And by specific, I mean totally at random.
Mm-hmm.
And today we have MEGG. We have South Bay born and raised alternative artist. New single to end came out February 28th. So you're already listening to that. So you have been checking it out, and I hope you love it. I love it. I heard it.
Yeah.
Secret. We're taping this before that, but I got to hear it anyway. It's very good. And it's going to be on Vans Warped Tour in Long Beach, California, July 26th, 27th. Check her out, all streaming platforms. Check the video on all her socials, meggmusic.com. What's up, girl? How we doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys?
We are good. We are good.
In the beginning, we missed the plethora of beverages you've got.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Hopefully we could get that for a little bit for the intro, but like
right, yeah, we were trying to as our listeners know, we drink booze every time we're on the show, regardless of the time of day.
So Jimmy was trying to be
doing this.
Be a bad influence.
So I was trying to be a bad influence, making it happen.
It's almost working. I am this close to getting up and exposing that I'm wearing pajamas on the bottom half to go grab
Nice.
As we are
should
too.
be.
We are too, don't worry. Pants optional here at Bacon is my podcast.
Yeah, I like to Donald Duck it over here.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Way to live.
Yeah. So Meg, are you ready for the listeners, the consumers, because people watch it too sometimes, to get to know everything there is to know about you?
I'm so ready.
We're gonna go spelunking in the cockles of your heart.
Oh God. I can be so bad at these things. I'm so awkward. So here we go. I probably should have pre-gamed this. To be honest.
This is going to be perfect then.
Yeah.
Like we said, the name of the show is What's Your Bacon, and that's ultimately what we're going to find out. We're going to find out what your bacon is, and we'll have a better answer of what that means to you after our 7 questions of doom. So we're going to start with that. So question number 1. Am I starting this week, or do you want to start this week?
You know what? Let's put it back.
Let's flip it back. All right. Question number 1 for you, Meg. How many pillows is too many?
Oh God. If they're decorative, 1. I don't want a single fucking decorative pillow on my bed. That's a waste of space. It's obnoxious.
Yep.
It's a waste of time too.
Yeah.
Completely.
Like who needs to assemble a bed and deassemble a bed?
Nothing
Every
decorative
morning
nothing that can't go under a part of me needs to be on my bed.
Yeah.
Especially the ones with the huge button in the center. And it's like
those,
that's so uncomfortable. It actually pisses me off.
Quite unuseful.
Yeah. It's like, is this for the back of my head? This is this little nubbins.
Yeah.
That I got to stick on.
Yeah. It's so this way you can flatten out your head, but also have that little nub where the knot is in the middle of the button.
Yeah.
Just indented on your head.
Yeah.
No, it's
I'm with
horrible.
you.
But I need 4 regular pillows.
4 regular.
1 on the back, because I can't actually think of a time I've ever had a headboard, which maybe that's not normal, but for me it is. So I have to have a pillow up against the wall so I don't like slam my head in the night, and then 1 underneath my head, and then 2 on the other side. So 4. 4 is like a perfect number.
I've also never had a headboard. So I'm with you on that.
I currently have a headboard. It's the first one I've had ever.
Well, you're an adult. You also bought a couch.
I have bought couches.
Brand new?
Right?
What, that? You
Who
have
does?
It was
you have made it.
it was Bob's. Okay. It was Bob's. Let's pump the brakes for a second. Because it's disposable.
Hey, everything's disposable.
It's like a
You throw it
disposable
away.
camera. It's like the disposable camera of
couches.
Yeah, of couches.
Nice.
Which means it's not that comfortable.
Fair enough.
It's
How I was saying, you have a headboard because you're an adult.
No. But I do still have one of those sit-up pillows for my bed, because headboards are just as hard as a wall.
Yeah.
Right. So what's
and singers, man, reflux. You gotta elevate.
Yeah.
A little bit. At least.
That's true. That's true.
All right, so we got the headboard pillow, we got the underhead. Where's our other two going?
Just to the side.
They're both to the side?
Yep. Whether or not there's someone there or not, I need there to be two pillows in case, you roll over. You got to have the headboard pillow again and then one for your head.
Which is interesting because I would think you'd put it on the other side as like a landing pad.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A landing pad.
Yeah.
Like I'm noodle rolling over onto a pillow as a second mattress.
Yes.
You could call it that, or you could call it falling off the bed.
You could also call it
falling off the bed. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not falling off the bed quite anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've done it before.
You're an adult.
I'm an adult.
Maybe you need bumpers instead of that.
I've fallen off my bed.
He goes bumper bowling when he goes to sleep. Yeah. They inflate.
Yeah. Well, luckily I have kids, and we have extra bumpers.
Fantastic.
Makes getting it on and off the bed extremely difficult.
Well, you're also short.
I am short.
Do you have steps up to the?
No, I don't, asshole.
Oh,
all right, fine.
Your wife lifts you from under the arms.
Just prop me up here.
My God, it's getting dark so fast.
I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry, man. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't mind being the butt of the joke every once in a while. It's fine. Question number 2.
All right.
Begrudgingly. Meg, what is the perfect pizza order?
Oh, it's just got to be meaty. Like I need to have sausage on there, pepperoni.
Crumbled or sliced?
Oh, crumbled, please. Crumbled for sure. Because the pepperoni slice, I can't have multiple like saucers on there. Crumbled sausage, sliced pep, definitely garlic. Onion if we're feeling crazy, mushroom if we want. And then, yeah, I'd say any variety of that.
I like it. Garlic's a pro move.
Yeah, I think it needs to be done a little bit more. I think people are just too scared of like, oh, well, what if I talk to somebody? Well,
feed it to them too.
Yeah. Or have a mint.
Or have a mint.
Indeed.
Yeah, I love garlic. Even if we do like the frozen pizzas, I'm putting that shit on the pizza.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a complete pizza without it. And honestly, if the ranch has garlic in the sauce as well, double win. It has to be garlicky.
I didn't hear the ranch. You put ranch on your pizza?
Yeah, I dip. But it's got to be a garlicky ranch.
Gotcha. All right.
Interesting. I'm not a ranch person.
Neither am I, but I understand.
I can, but respect.
Yeah,
still.
I understand that it's. The only place I start to lose it with the ranch is when people have it with their wings. No, like, dude, wings is a blue cheese move. Come on.
Wings?
Oh no, I hit a nerve with Meg.
Listen,
Meg's like, I'm a rancher. I'm a rancher on my wings.
Let me stop both of you. Let me stop both of you for a second. Because if you're using ranch or blue cheese on a wing, it's obviously not that good of a wing. You're ruining the integrity of the wing.
Okay. I disagree. Well,
I would
it's okay to be wrong sometimes.
It's fair.
I would agree with that. I actually will sometimes get a side order of the sauce. Like if the buffalo sauce is slamming, I'll get more buffalo sauce for sure. I
get that for sure as well.
Yeah, exactly. Just saying.
I just like the combo.
All right.
But I like blue cheese, so it's like
blue cheese is
funky.
Great. Blue cheese is for that's the vegetable spread they give you as well. That's what the blue cheese is.
I would agree with that.
But yeah, blue cheese takes over everything except a good wing sauce.
Yeah.
Like if you like a burger with blue cheese, you like blue cheese.
Yes.
Correct. You like a bun with blue cheese.
Yeah, exactly. You don't taste anything else.
You're right. Exactly.
All right. Question number 3, true or false question this time. True or false? Cereal is a soup.
What? Cereal is a soup?
True or false?
Don't look so disgusted.
False, bro. A soup? No, dude.
Well, let's think about it. Let's discuss. Cream-based broth, wheat or rice-based noodle,
The way you are reaching right now is outrageous. A cream-based broth is outrageous to call milk. That is a crazy thing.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's been
I
pasteurized.
mean, you know,
No.
unless you're a raw milker.
So okay. Well, defend your answer.
Yeah. All right. So
That's actually kind of pissing me off a little bit. I feel like cereal.
He's gonna need that drink soon.
right.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, chop chop. That is like a snack. Cereal is in its own category. That's like I would even be okay with you calling cereal like crackers or chips and like the milk being like the dip of sorts. But a soup to me, I mean, the more we're talking about it, I can understand why you would call it fucking soup. But to me, there's just no way. There's just no way.
I think it's interesting that you said that you could consider it like a chip and the milk is a dip. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, who puts it in a dip?
Who eats their chips like that?
But I can't say I haven't.
If I was at a party,
I can't say that I haven't had a scoop of dip on a spoon with some bottom of the chip bag chips.
have you poured chips into a bowl and then just
No, it wasn't. So
and then just thinned out some onion dip and swirled it around?
You know when you
ate it with a spoon? You psychopath?
You know when you don't have enough like full body chips,
Right.
and it's like the little crumbs, right?
Yes.
You can't let them go to waste.
Okay.
So you take a little scoop of the dip and you pour it on.
That's
Often spoon.
genius. I think I would take the spoonful of dip and shove it in the corner of the bag.
Right.
I'm liking the pour.
You could do that too. You could do that too. See,
I
and
can see
at
that, but
first
that's the
I'm
end.
thinking
That's
to
not
myself,
that's not like how it's served. That's like that's an ingenious way to get the rest. So you don't. That's a non-wasteful way to get to the end.
Yeah.
Right. I don't approach super cereal that way.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm not saying I did. I'm saying that desperate times call for desperate measures.
I also
and
don't-
you're just
I
trying
also
to be
don't-
resourceful.
I also don't find ways to eat the cereal dust at the bottom of that bag.
Well, that's your problem.
Do you do that?
Out, Jimmy.
Do you do that?
That's the best part to put in milk.
That is not the best part to put in milk.
Dude,
Oh,
it
you are
creates
missing-
a
no.
chocolate milk or peanut butter milk.
Depends on the cereal. If it's a cinnamon toast crunch, every part of that is genius. If it's like a frosted flake or a Fruit Loop, I don't want Fruit Loop
No.
dust.
Fruit Loop dust is
Blah.
banging.
So
Fruit Loop
is,
dust is banging.
Frosted Flake dust. What are
Right?
you? That's
It's
like
gross.
No, we disagree.
Oh,
It's
no.
banging.
Throw it on top of ice cream or something. But I'm not gonna take a spoonful of milk and put it at the bottom of the bag. Try and root around for some dust.
I'm not above that. I'm getting every particle of the cereal bag, every single particle.
Shit, you paid for it.
All right, that's you know what? That's fair.
This guy calling me an adult, he's all bougie. I'm dust at the bottom of the bag.
I said I'd pour it on ice cream.
He's eating grape nuts over here. That's why.
No, we've talked about cereal before, and this is the guy that's like, "Oh, growing up, I really liked whatever it was, like
Blueberry morning.
Blueberry Morning." I don't even know what the hell that is. Like, that's
Never heard of that.
yeah.
Well,
I had it once when I visited Papaw at the old folks' home. Like, what?
Blueberry morning.
They don't make it anymore.
Yeah, you know why? Because you're the one that ate it.
Right. No, I get that, but also it was delicious. It was great. It was
What
a great
was
cereal.
it was
It was like-
dried blueberries.
It was dried blueberries, like the cornflakes kind of thing. Like almond slivers, little nut clusters and stuff. It was delicious.
Yeah, that's
It's
okay.
fantastic.
Oh
So,
my god, I'm crying.
But it was not grape nuts.
pointing to me with grape nuts. I don't eat grape nuts.
I didn't point it at you, guy. The guest did.
Oh man.
Unbelievable.
Nice bowl full of rocks.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
that's just pebbles. That's just literally.
Who
like
created that?
That was a mistake. The grape nuts were the bottom of a bag that someone tried to save because they were like, we paid for this. And then they just made a whole bag of it.
Oh, I thought it was just somebody who was like at a fair or something in the parking lot and was like, wonder what else we could use these rocks for. And they just put it in a cereal box.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Someone will eat this if we market it right. We'll tell them it's healthy.
It's healthy.
Like kale.
Yeah. It helps your digestive system.
What? Why grape nuts?
Yeah. It's neither grape or nuts.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, we have to move on.
All right.
I'm breaking. I'm fucking breaking.
All right.
The blueberry morning just absolutely killed me. Oh my god.
All right. Question number 4.
Whew.
What is your funniest injury story?
My funniest injury story. I don't know how well. They're not like really funny, but in hindsight, if I was watching, it would be hilarious. But they're like traumatizing, actually. One was when I was like 12. I was in like this musical theater production. It was kind of like a variety show with this theater company that I had done musicals with since I was like 5. And we were at this theater that I had performed at 100 times. But there's always, I don't know if you're familiar with theater, but there's always like tape where the orchestra pit is.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And there wasn't, and there was someone new in the musical, and I was trying to guide her through like one of the blackouts. Like we were doing a lighting cue run, and so it was a blackout, and I was like, oh shit, we have to get to the other side. So I'm pulling her through the blackout, and all of a sudden I just like fall down like 3-4 flights of stairs, and
no.
and it's fucking pitch black because we're doing a cue to cue.
Oh, man.
Pitch black. I'm 12 years old. I fall into the orchestra pit and I land on cement stairs.
Oof.
It knocks the wind out of me. Like that shit is arguably one of the scariest things when the wind is knocked out of you. It's like a nightmare where you can't fucking talk.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to like talk and nothing's coming out and I'm like losing my mind. And I just have to wait. So I start like banging on the cement thing. So like hopefully somebody hears me while they're doing all these cues and shit. And I was like, I'm going to fucking die down here.
This is how it ends.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's not the funniest. That was just really scary. But I actually remembered because I thought that's how I got this like dent on my ass. But no, I have this like permanent dent on my butt cheek because I was trying to show off to my brothers by jumping on the diving board at our neighbor's pool.
Okay.
They have a curved up edge on the pool, or they had. And I slipped and fell like in the air, somehow slipped and landed right on the curve. And it just like popped all the blood vessels in my one butt cheek. So I
no.
a permanent like it's not this gnarly anymore. It's just like a little teeny bump now, but
right.
Be like, this is, I don't know if it was ever actually this deep, but that was so embarrassing. I've never been more
wow
in my fucking life.
Oh man, that's awful.
Dented butts.
Dented butts.
That sounds like the worst.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. I went to the doctor and they were like, do not touch it. Don't massage it. Like, cause just like all the blood vessels were just like, so I just had to wait for this dent to like fill back in.
Oh, it probably hurt so bad too.
Oh my God. Honestly, the physical pain wasn't as bad as the emotional torment that my brothers put me through for years after that.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. That'll.
How many brothers do you have?
4.
4 all older or
3 older, 1 younger.
Okay. Oh man, that must have been. I could see that.
Yeah, that happens.
I could see that being rough.
Hell.
Wow. Damn. Okay. Question number 5. If you could choose any animal as a battle companion, which one would it be?
Any animal? I don't know. I feel like if I'm going to battle, I'm trying to think of like what I'm the most afraid of like bees or like wasps.
Yeah.
Like those are like terrifying. And I just moved to Tennessee like a couple of months ago and they have wasps that are like this big actually.
Nope. Yeah.
1000%. So like I'm kind of thinking there's nothing I'm running away faster from than like a bee. So like I'm thinking maybe like a fucking like wasp, like a wasp army.
Nice.
I don't see. I would want smaller wasps because they're mostly like indetectable, right? They can be a little bit more incognito.
Okay.
Unlike the baseball that's flying around near you, that's a wasp. You just kind of, it's easier to detect.
True, but are you swinging at a giant wasp?
No, I'm running the fuck the other
Exactly.
way.
Like you're not like that looks like a giant wasp. Let me get something to hit it with.
No. Well, I mean,
Right.
if I had
That looks like a giant wasp.
Right.
Let me take duck and cover.
Yeah,
Figure
that's
out.
true. That's true.
But
Okay.
I guess if you had weapons, it would be easier to get the big fat boys
Right.
defense than it would like the little guys running around, flying around. But if you didn't have weapons, then the big fat ones. But if you had weapons, then I think you're right, the small guys for sure.
But if you have an armada of wasps of all different sizes,
I like. Okay.
Well, that's just horrifying.
Yeah. Well, if you're in control of them,
Nightmare fuel.
Yeah, that's your X-Men power. You can control all wasps.
Oh, wow, that'd be a sick power.
Yeah. Right.
I don't like bugs. I'm gonna change this question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Question number 6, Meg. What number is Jimmy thinking of?
Oh, hold on. Okay.
19.
Nope. Question number 7. How do you feel about garden gnomes?
I mean, live your life. I'm not going to have them. I might judge you if you do, but I feel like people that have garden gnomes are like, besides being like weird, I feel like they're whimsical and magical, maybe.
Right.
Like, it's like an old woman collecting garden gnomes, in which case that's kind of cute.
Hold on one second. Speaking of kind of cute.
Yeah, we had a cute run-in just now.
Hi.
Ow.
This is Meg. Meg,
Who's
this
that?
is Lacey.
Hi, Lacey. Cutie pie.
You guys are home?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm recording.
What's up,
you guys
Lacey?
can hang out.
Okay.
We had a small person run-in.
So cute.
Sweet. Yeah.
She's very cute.
They just got home. Yeah, they're good. I'm actually happy that we have those kids and I can just be like, hey, I'm doing a podcast, and they can just be human and not ruin things like most kids do. So
You've got little magical ones. That's fucking awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them. There's a boy and a girl, and they're very cute.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
And they're fun. They're pretty awesome.
Yeah, we go to concerts and stuff too. It's great.
Yeah.
What was their first concert you took them to?
Silverstein.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that's fucking sick.
Yeah. It was a proud dad moment when my 9-year-old son was hanging over the overhang screaming, "Somebody has to die." At the stage, I was like, yes, I've won.
And Lacey has some of the best guttural screams that you'll hear.
Yes. Yeah.
What? For real?
Yeah, she's pretty great at it.
She's done them
pretty
before.
good at it. Yeah.
She's done them before.
Wow,
Actually,
you're really killing it as a parent. Jeez.
So you know, we could tell this story. It's been a minute.
Sure.
So, one of the benefits. Oh shoot! This just broke.
All right.
1 second. Okay. Technical difficulties. So yeah, from the podcast, we ended up getting a lot of interviews with people we shouldn't have, and we had Josh from Silverstein on,
Dude.
and I showed him a video of my kids here in the studio singing one of their songs, but they were singing the "Burn It Down," which has Caleb from Beartooth on the track, and they were singing Caleb's part, and he screams and stuff.
Right.
So there's a video of it, and one random day he texts me and he goes, "Hey, we're doing a Twitch stream. Would you be opposed to me putting your kid's video on?" And I was like, "No, go ahead."
Yeah.
So we start watching, and they brought Caleb from Beartooth on. So Caleb and the guys from Silverstein all watched this video, and my daughter's like mortified. My son's like, "Yeah, I'm a superstar." This is awesome. And they were all doing their screams. It was great.
That's
fantastic.
so cool.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
Damn, that's the dream right there.
Yeah, it's cool when you get to, and like my son now with shows, he buy tickets and he's like, "Is it the floor?" Really?
Right.
I want pit seats. Dad.
What kind of seats, Dad?
Oh, you're in trouble. You are in trouble.
Yeah, he's like, "Is it cool if I go in this round circle open area here?" No. No, son.
Not yet.
It is not okay to go there. Gain a little bit more muscle.
10 more years.
A foot or two. You'll be good as new.
Yeah.
He'll be a pro at that point. He'll be a pro at that point.
I hope so.
Oh, he'll be on stage. He'll be.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Actually, he'll probably invent something that saves the world.
Maybe.
I think that's probably his.
Lacey's the star.
That's his lot in life. She'll be on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
We're going to be old men as our background band.
Right. Yeah. I'm fine with it. Yeah, I'll take a gig.
We do digress, though. So, why would you judge people about garden gnomes? Like, what is it? Quantity? Is it just the gnome itself? What alarms you about people with garden gnomes?
I don't think it's alarming. I think there's something like really. I think it depends who you are. Like, I think there's something really like charming about like an old woman with like her gnome collection, right? Like that's sweet to me. But if there's like some like middle-aged like serial killer looking dude that just like has gnomes in his front lawn, then it becomes weird. Like I think it's up to the owner of the gnome for me to decide if it's okay or not.
Middle-aged man with a faraway look in his eye mowing around his gnomes.
Correct.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Changes the vibe.
That is
Right.
an issue.
I agree.
Right.
I agree. Although that old woman with like the gnome army in her house, like with about 30 or 40 of them, I'm like, no, she's a witch. She's
it's always the little old lady in the movie that you never expect at the end turns on you.
Yeah. Mrs. Voorhees, if she showed us nothing, it's that you can't trust little old ladies.
That's right.
You might have a point there. Although I will say I don't think I've ever thought for longer than 5 seconds about a garden gnome in my life. So there's that.
You're welcome.
That's what we do here. Thought-provoking questions. That is our goal. And
I told you this was going to be unlike your normal interview.
Dude, I'm going to be laying in bed just about to fall asleep tonight, and I'm going to think of fucking Blueberry Morning, and it's I have not laughed that hard. It's so dumb.
Go ahead and dream about Blueberry Morning and how delicious it could have been.
Yeah.
I will.
Because it was delicious.
I bet it was. I bet your fiber was at a great percentage.
Great. I was my bowels were good.
I bet you were so regular as a child.
I was so regular, I'm sure.
Thanks to Blueberry Morning, man.
Thanks to Blueberry Morning.
Exactly.
The sweetness is from the blueberries. That's why it's like candy.
It had those like cluster things. You know what I'm talking about? The like
honey bunches of oats.
Honey bunches of oats are banging. Those are good. Those are really good.
I have the ones with almonds right now in my house. That's what I had for breakfast yesterday.
Nice.
But yeah, those clusters were in it.
That does sound fire. It does. It's just the name that kills me. It's just one of those things.
It is a terrible name. You never asked me, do you think it's a good name? No, it's not.
I don't want to know your answer on that. I just want to picture you seeing it in the store and getting a flutter as a 9-year-old, being like, oh, "Mama,
it's the Blueberry Morning."
like, can I have the Blueberry Morning? And she's like, "Why are you trying to put on an English accent?"
Well, if you're gonna say Blueberry Morning, why wouldn't you put on it?
100%.
Like, that makes all the sense in the world.
It does. You're right. It does. I understand it. Your mom didn't understand it at the time, but she learned. She got it eventually.
I love that this narrative exists now.
I do too.
Like, I hope she sees this and like, I don't remember. Never did a British accent with me.
Blueberry Morning.
I tried to buy him Golden Grams. He wanted Blueberry Morning.
Golden grams. Remember Sugar Smacks? We used to have those around all the time.
Sugar Smacks. That was a trash cereal.
They were trash. Yeah, we had those around a lot, and it was awful.
Wasn't that with the X, like SMAX?
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a frog.
Was it a frog?
It was a frog.
I had a bear in my mind, but yeah,
No, I think it was a frog.
maybe a frog. Who knows?
I
Yeah,
thought it was a frog too.
your mascot for your cereal. Like, hey kids, eat this. Look at the frog.
Yeah. Not a fan.
I still love the rabbit. Is the mascot for the small round pellet cereal. Like, really? Really? All right. At least you made it the fruity one and not the chocolate one.
Shit.
Yeah, it could have been worse. Could have been Cocoa Puffs, but Trix Trix is bad enough.
Yeah.
Cocoa Puffs would have been crazy if they
Right?
had it as the mascot.
You know that was almost the case too, and they're like, we can't do that. He was like, come on, man, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Someone was like, let's do it, and they're like, let's make that the fruity one.
And then
I'm gonna need you to switch those mascots.
And then they looked back at his employment history, and he was the one that was slicing nude pictures into Disney movies.
Right? Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah. I would have done that.
Well, the name of this show is What's Your Bacon in 7 Questions. And we always like to ask our guests what their bacon is. So, like...
But what does that mean?
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you, what does that mean?
I just asked you.
Well, I
Too late.
asked you second. Well, so what's your bacon basically means bacon makes everything better, right? Like topping, side, main course, whatever it may be. A little bit of bacon makes everything just a little bit sweeter, a little bit easier to digest or stomach, if you will. So like for musicians, sometimes music isn't necessarily their escape, that thing that turns their brain off. Some musicians or wrestlers or whatever, like comic books, movies, video games, crochet, arts and crafts, whatever it is.
Those crocheting pro wrestlers.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Don't judge.
The Rock says, check out my sweater.
Yeah.
Did you want a pom-pom on this hat?
Dingle ball.
Dingle ball. That's right.
Well, Meg, what is your bacon? What's the thing that you could talk for hours about without any hesitation?
I could talk for hours about breakfast foods.
Breakfast foods is your bacon. All right.
That's why we've leaned into the cereal thing.
Yeah. What's all right? So, what's your ideal breakfast?
Ooh, okay. This is a really difficult question because it has to depend on the mood that I'm in. Because like a cinnamon roll is pretty unmatched in my opinion, but I also like the salt. So like if I'm doing a cinnamon roll, I have to have maybe some kind of like fat skillet scramble on the side with like sourdough toast. Like I can't be all sweet because like French toast is banging too, but I can't just have French toast. Like there has to be like, oh my God, my favorite kind of egg. What is that? The one they swirl in a poached egg.
Poached egg.
Like poached egg over some hash browns or something with like, like I like to chop all my breakfast food up and kind of just like swirl it all together. There's got to be a runny yolk of sorts. I'm not answering this question at all. I like it all.
That's right.
No.
So for hash browns, are you a cut up cubed potato with like onions, peppers person, or are you like a shredded like potato pancakes style hash brown person?
I think hash browns are only the shredded up potato cake.
I agree.
I think the other is breakfast potatoes, and those are fire too. Like I chop up some veggies in there. I can't compare the two, but if I'm ordering hash browns and I get fucking cubed up potatoes, I'm going to be pissed.
I agree.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, those are not hash browns.
Same here.
I like that breakfast potatoes. Also, sometimes they call them home fries.
Yeah.
Totally.
I will suggest on the cinnamon roll, crumbled bacon.
I could get down with that.
To give you like that salty fat hit when you're eating a cinnamon roll. Like let's be honest, that is a gluttonous meal.
Sure.
right there. But cinnamon rolls are absolutely perfect.
What stinks
But
about
little
cinnamon
bit,
rolls is that not all cinnamon rolls are created equally.
True.
Whoa.
Because
True.
you could have a really incredible cinnamon roll, or you could be at an airport and grab a Cinnabon and go,
Cinnabons are not cinnamon rolls.
I don't like
think.
cinnamon rolls. Yeah, if you
I think
judge
Cinnabon's
your
its
cinnamon
own
roll
thing.
on Cinnabon,
Yeah.
Because I think it's the difference of like, is it just sugar on top of like this pastry? Is it like thick cream cheese icing, or is it like melted powdered sugar frosting? You know, it's like, and like they're not all created equal. Is it like gooey in the center, or is it just like a dry kind of like thing with some cinnamon on top? Like it has to be the like swirl thing where every layer of the swirl like has the shit in it.
Yep.
Yep.
Agreed. And it has to be like buttery enough too.
Yeah, I think that's the quality
the
that's
cinnamon
missing
buttery thing
in a
that
lot.
has to happen. Are you like, so if you're getting cinnamon rolls, are you going for an edge piece so you get some crunchy, or are you going for a middle piece so you're all gooey?
Wow, I don't know that I've ever thought about that. I think I might be going all gooey. Which with a brownie, I'm like, I like to have a hard.
I was just gonna say brownie. I'm a corner person. I want the L-shaped
brownie,
and then the
square
middle.
pizza, corners.
Yep.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
Cinnamon roll, I think I want all the gluttony. I think I want just all the fucking gluttony.
Me too. I want to not be able to touch any part of it.
Yeah.
I just want it to be.
I also what I do like about your answer too is that we're not just talking sweet stuff. It's like for me too, at like in the evening, if I have a dessert, I need to follow it up with a salty.
100%.
I can't be done.
Yeah. I'm gonna mix it
with my evening without some kind of salty afterwards. So
that's why you have to have salami in the fridge at all times. Like after a sweet, a little salami and cheese just to tie the bow, you know?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that.
I like having a very salty, funky aged cheese that's in the fridge at all times. I haven't done the salami thing. I get it when I do, but that's another good pro tip.
Yeah. I'm when it comes to breakfast though, where are you at with Benny?
See, I'm like really torn because in theory, I feel like this would be the perfect breakfast. Like an eggs Benedict, like I feel like it would be perfect, but I don't fucking like hollandaise sauce. And I tried, but
Me either.
I don't like it. I'll do a English muffin with butter and a poached egg like all day. Like maybe even I would even do like a tzatziki or an aioli or something.
Mm.
But I no matter how much I try to force myself to like hollandaise sauce, it just isn't for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not into hollandaise sauce.
See, that's my jam.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, I've had it actually replaced with sausage gravy.
Sausage gravy is that's running through my veins.
Speaking to your heart. Yeah.
Your blood is just gravy.
My blood is sausage gravy. It's chunky, unfortunately. It'll kill me someday, but biscuits and gravy is like to me like the perfect breakfast that I can only have twice a year. But it's like when it's there, it's like it's so good. It's so good.
It's always a relief when you see biscuits and gravy as a side order at a restaurant,
right? And
you're like, oh, that means I can just tack this on to anything, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's your day.
And it makes you.
I'm gonna have a full breakfast. You know what I'd also like? Some B's and G's on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy that they classify that.
I'm gonna eat that last though, because if I eat it first, nothing's happening.
Yeah. I'm not moving.
Yeah. You're gonna spackle me to this chair with B's and G's.
Yeah, but that's how it is with tortilla chips and salsa. There was like a meme.
Yeah.
It was like, could you believe that? It was like 4 tortilla chips is 1 fucking tortilla. So we're all just pre-gaming a big Mexican feast with like 6 tortillas.
6 tortillas, yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, God.
That is
Yeah.
wow. I
When
never
you think
saw
about
that.
it, it blows your mind too.
I never
'cause you're
saw
like,
that.
Oh
meme,
no.
but I am. Damn.
Isn't that blowing your mind right now, Mike? Like we're just housing tortillas.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, if it's anything like the ones we had in Old Town, give it to me all.
Sign me up.
I'm in.
The first I didn't see the meme until later, but the first time I ever like made tortillas at home, and I made chips at home, and I took tortillas and I was like, okay, let me. Oh, that's the right size, and that's 4 of these as a tortilla, and I'm like, oh, all right, I guess I'm stacking 5 tortillas up, and
Yeah. It's one sitting.
we're gonna need more guac. Let's go.
Yeah.
Guac is extra.
Yeah, but
Are you a breakfast at different times of the day person, or are you just like breakfast in the morning?
No, any fucking time of the day is perfect.
Any time of the day.
Oh yeah.
I put
Breakfast
syrup
and dinner is good.
on everything for me for breakfast. Like even
Oh,
if
yeah.
I'm not getting pancakes or waffles or anything, I don't get that stuff that often. But I will always be like, can I get some syrup? Because that's my sweet hit on bacon or on eggs. Like just a little drizzle of syrup on it, and it just that's my like guilty breakfast sweet need that I do.
yeah, syrup on sausage.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, so
Syrup
good.
on bacon. I can take or leave it.
I'm not drowning it, but it's
Yeah.
it's there.
Syrup on eggs for me is, I understand where you're going with it,
Right.
but it's like,
See, the syrup on the eggs, that's the syrup on the plate. And then when I just drag the eggs in. I'm not like latticing my eggs with.
I think I'm gonna agree with her though. Like eggs, gotta be runny.
Yeah,
Gotta have some runniness to them. So I don't need the syrup.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking more
But I
like
like
scrambled
runny.
eggs. Scrambled eggs is that. Yeah. On like a sunny side up egg or something, I like chili crisp, honestly. I like a little heat. I like a little heat on
I
it.
like that. Did I let you have the French toast casserole that I made?
Yes.
Okay.
And that was
French toast casserole.
that was pretty banging.
man.
You're crazy.
It's so good. It's so good. It's family favorite.
Yeah.
It's tons of sugar, tons of brown sugar.
Yeah.
But it is the best for your mornings.
it's like bread and butter and sugar. Like there's nothing better. I'll even do cinnamon and sugar on a piece of toast and call it a day.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
My kids love that in the morning. They're like, "We figured out how to do cinnamon toast." I was like, "Cool,
Have at it.
have at it."
Have at
One
it,
less
kid.
thing for me to cook. Sweet.
Cook.
Wait, you're not doing eggs? Okay, good. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
No stove. Cool.
No eggs or stove. All right.
Sweet.
We're keeping the raw eggs out of the kids. We're not-
Oh God.
Yeah. So, quick question: how excited are you to play Warped Tour?
Oh my God, dude. Honestly, every time I talk about it, I feel like my heart just starts racing. I'm out of my fucking brain. This is like something I've wanted to do since I was like 12 years old. And I just, when it stopped, I was like, damn, I'm never going to get to do this. Like that dream is over. And then when there was like the rumor of it coming back, I was just like, I'm going to get on that fucking bill if it kills me. And now that it's happened, it doesn't really feel real yet. Like, I feel like it's one of those things that's like so surreal that I feel like it's not going to really hit me till I'm on the stage.
Right, when you're on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
That's awesome though. That's so cool. Like
Dude,
congrats.
thank you.
Congrats on that. I'm a little
Thank
upset that you don't tip Starbucks employees, which is messed up. but
I
I
did not
am
read the line.
but I am proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's really cool that they're doing this and doing a little adjusted and just a couple of dates and stuff like that. It's really cool. I am personally absolutely sick and tired of seeing all of the Ernie Ball Battle of the Band posts constantly. It does bring me back to 2010, 2012, and I'm just like, okay, well, how many votes can I do in a day?
Right.
Friends, come on, like what the hell? But
you don't understand. It has nothing to do with talent.
yeah,
I know. And there's so many more bands now than I feel like even were 10 years ago. So it's like I can't imagine trying to poke through on that now. It's like you said,
it's crazy.
Money.
A friend of ours bought a guitar and said the people who vote the most possible got to send them proof, but they're giving away a guitar.
Right. Hey.
Yeah. Good on you. If you can afford to do that and you thought
get it how you can. Yeah.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah. It's like it's pretty nice. It's like a Sterling.
Those Sterlings are nice.
Yeah.
They're not cheap.
No, it's like
I mean, they're not like crazy, but they're not.
Yeah, it's like $400 or $500 guitar.
Wow. Okay.
And
you know what? You'll pay $1,000 to get a bunch of fake votes. So why not pay $500 to get a bunch of real ones and give someone a guitar? You know. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Make it kind of fun. Yeah, that's crazy. I forgot about the Battle of the Band thing.
I did too.
Wild.
Isn't it great to not have to do that and you're on?
Dude, yeah. It's like it's fucking emotional, man. It's crazy. It's like Warped Tour in general, I feel like means so much to so many people in terms of like the community and the culture for like being weird and like outcasty and just like all the shit that wasn't cool when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
We had this like place to be cool, and now it just so happens that that's like the cool thing now. But like for that to come back as an adult and to get to play it, and like I've been playing with my best friends, same guys, for like 15 years. So, and I've been to Warped Tour with them. So like now that we went to all these Warped Tour shows together, getting to play it on the same stage together, it's just like the most full circle. Like, yeah, it's crazy. I feel really fucking grateful. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say about it. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Well, what's cool is like I think it'll be great when it sets in. I always like I like talking to people and seeing when a good thing happens to them and they realize it, or they realize the impact that it can have, right? So I think the cool thing is at some point, maybe when you're on stage, maybe afterwards, maybe someone will say something to you years down the line, but you will be part of somebody's first Warped Tour experience, and you'll be a part of somebody's favorite Warped Tour experience, and you'll be argued by someone as part of the best Warped Tour lineup. You know, like all those things are gonna happen, and that's a really cool thing that like once you're removed for it and you see like the impact that it has, someone will talk about the Warped Tour that you were on the way that you talk about Warped Tours that you went to. And that I love that stuff. That's my favorite part of like all this is getting to kind of like experience that and have those moments where you go, oh shit, like I'm somebody else's. Someone's me and I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there used. I'm there no effects. I'm there whoever, you know what I mean? Whatever great Warped Tour bands.
Yeah.
There's
that's great.
Bazillion of them, you know?
And I got my first fat lip at Warped Tour, and I'll never forget that.
Nice.
Like that was like
I feel like that's like rite of passage. Like
yeah, I think so too.
I think what's your funny question number 4? What's your funniest Warped Tour injury?
Right. Yeah.
It's like
yeah,
absolutely a thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn.
Yeah.
I
remember.
I've never thought about that, Jimmy. That's cool. Thanks for bringing that to my attention.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like that's, hold on to that and remember that, because that's a big deal. And that's why we do this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the importance of the experience is even cooler than the experience. Yeah.
Especially too, like being so like my best friend, Rob Nagelhout, he does a lot of production and we write a lot together, but we were talking about how like the numbers game, right? Like how like as an independent small artist with no money, like there's no team of like, you know, there's nothing. It's just like me and my fucking friends doing shit.
Yeah.
And like, to see the to constantly be like, oh, we can't get you in this room because your numbers, or we can't get you here because your numbers. And then people being like, just buy your followers, just buy your streams. And us being like, fuck no, never gonna do that. And then being able to like break through and push through with just like sheer fucking tenacity of like trying to get a hold of Kevin, please hear my music, see our show, blah, blah, blah. With the tiny amount of numbers that we have is really surreal. Like I was looking through everyone that's been announced and I'm like, oh my God, like numbers wise, like we are like light years below everyone else. So like, that's a really cool moment to be like, yeah, dude, fuck the numbers game. Just like make good music, put on a good fucking show, like do the thing the way that we all started. The reason we got into music, right, was about writing and performing and like the camaraderie of like playing shows and touring with your fucking friends. Like, it was a cool moment to be like, okay, that's not totally dead and lost. Maybe most of it is, but
I think it's still the only thing that actually matters. Yeah. Because I still think like, yes, we all want to be successful, right? But success is even limited, right? No matter what you get, it's going, you've got a moment, right? If you got that moment in a way that doesn't give you anything back because you didn't kind of like earn it, you just bought it. I think that just, you're not going to be fulfilled on it. You're only going to think about the next thing that you have to buy or the next thing you have to pay for to get somewhere. Whereas if you're taking the time to go like, yeah, we're writing songs with our friends, we're going on tour with our friends, and you're experiencing that, and you're like, we're meeting the audience and we're making an impact with people. It doesn't matter. I'd rather make an impact on 10 people than buy my way in front of 10,000 people that couldn't give a shit. Yeah. And will never remember anything that I did. I just had that 30 minutes. Yeah. That 30 minutes will be great, but no one cares. As soon as it's done, you could be anyone. When you make an impact, you couldn't be anyone else. And that, I think that matters more.
Yeah. And I love the way that you said like how hard you worked to get your stuff in front of Kevin and just do that, you know, like I think that's lost too. I think, you know, we've discussed it on the show. We have discussion in drinks episodes that we just kind of riff back and forth.
Yeah, you can jump on one of those with us if you want later at another time.
Love that.
But yeah, like it's funny. We talk about like so many artists or so many people that play, they think that like, okay, well, I show up to rehearsals and I helped write this music and I recorded this music and I played a couple of shows. Where's mine? Like,
right.
It's like, oh, cool. You recorded this record and it was released.
Right.
That doesn't mean the work's over. That means the work starts.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, and you know, like that's why so many bands, like they put out a record, local bands, they put out a record and they're like, we're going to work on the next one. It's like, well, you
nobody's heard this one yet.
Yeah. You just put this out. What do you mean? You just gonna like, not to say that you shouldn't continue writing and continue to do what you do, what you love, but it's like, they just think things are owed because they put out an album. They're like, oh, well, I should be on Warped Tour. It's like, no, you got to bust your ass and you got to put in the work and work contacts and do that stuff.
Well, it'll mean more to you for the rest of your life that you earned your way on Warped Tour than that you bought your way on Warped Tour.
100%.
You know, like you'll know that you achieved it, and you'll and that's what is making it anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you left with afterwards? You're left with knowing that like, I wrote something that mattered. I did something that mattered. I made an impact that mattered. This person picked me not because I put the most money in or because I had the most votes or because of this or that.
I have.
They did it because my followers, the people that like what I do, are passionate. and they're my ride or die, and they're my team, and they help me. So my band is 4 people, but it's also my audience, and we're doing this, and that's, I think that leaves you with a much bigger sense of accomplishment, because that's going to last forever, because it's going to last in the people that it made an impact on.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. I completely agree. I think that's always the kind of artist I've wanted to be, and the kind of musician I've wanted to be, is like making the thing, playing the shows, banging down the doors. And I feel like I'm finally at this point in my life as a person and as a musician in my career where it's like, I feel so strong and confident in what I've created and who I am and what I have to say, that it's like not scary anymore to like bang on doors and like be annoying. What do they say? Like the squeaky wheel gets the
Squeaky wheel. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, this was a prime example of that, of just like continuing to bang down doors. Because in the past, like fear never got me anywhere. Being like polite and shy, like never got me fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
And so it's cool to just be like, all right, whatever. The worst anyone can fucking say is like, no, or like, you're annoying. Like, okay.
Right. And none of the things are that bad.
Right.
Yeah.
I think what a lot of people need to realize too is that a lot of people rely on other people to get to the next thing, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna push you the way that you are gonna push you.
Right.
You've got to be your own best advocate for, like that's.
And no one's going to care unless you're genuine. People can see
Right.
through that bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, when you're up there and you're thinking about all the firsts and all that stuff and how you're going to be part of the, young people getting their first Warped Tour experience and those before you, and you start welling up, I want you to think of one thing.
Blueberry Morning.
I fucking love you for that. I'm making Blueberry Morning merch, and that's fucking and that is that. Warped Tour is my Blueberry Morning.
Yes. Put that together. I'll buy it.
Yeah.
I'll buy it right away. I got it. So,
Nice,
Meg,
nice.
before we head out here, I want you to let everybody know where they can find you, your music, and
Yes.
what you have coming
Everything.
You could find, I feel like Instagram is like king these days. So Instagram at MEGG Music, my website, I have all the things, meggmusic.com. YouTube, all the things, but you can find that on Instagram or my website. Yep, The End came out on the 28th. I Don't Care will be the next single, or IDC, coming out in April. I'm playing the Redwood Bar in LA on March 11th. So if you're out in LA, come out and see. That'll be fun. And then I've got a couple other shows lined up. And then obviously Warped Tour in July, which is crazy. And then I'll be dropping another EP in the fall, and hopefully we'll have more to announce about a possible tour as well in the fall. So that's kind of what's going on with me.
Awesome. So everybody, go listen, check it out, do all the things. And also remember to ask yourselves, sweet listeners, every single day, the most important question you can ask yourself first thing you get up: what is your Blueberry Morning? What is your breakfast foods? What is your thing that makes your life a little bit tastier? What is that thing that can improve any dish that is served up to you in your life? What is the question?
Meg, do you remember what that question was?
What is your bacon?
Yes.